Hello once again, all my beautiful viewers to Ratufi's Game Room. Today we're going to be doing another review. Today's review is of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. So buckle up and let's go on our own bizarre adventure. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle was developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Namco Bandai Games, known for pretty much every Shonen Jump game on the PlayStation 3. The game was also released worldwide 2014 for the PlayStation 3. The game received mixed reviews from critics for its slow-paced, non-competitive gameplay. The game is based off the shonen manga Jojo's Bizarre Adventure by Hirohiko Araki, featuring the manga's main protagonists Jonathan, Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, Giorno, Jolene, Johnny, Gyro, and Josuke No. 2. Many other familiar characters that fans of the manga like myself will be familiar with will also make an appearance in this game. You won't, however, have to be familiar with the manga, as the game features a story mode that loosely covers the manga and introduces you to the characters. To help me determine my verdict for the game, we'll be looking at gameplay, story, and final thoughts. So let's take a look, shall we? As I previously stated, this game was developed by CyberConnect 2, known for doing other famous games such as the Dot Hack series and the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle is a fighting game similar to that of Tekken, in which the whole map is open to you, but it still follows the 2D fighter formula. Each character is unique and has their own movesets that do different things, such as your basic finisher and your auto combos, which makes it easy for newcomers. There's a bunch of characters to unlock and a few DLC characters, all with unique personalities. What gives this game a bunch of shit, however, is how slow and drawn out the battles are sometimes, and sometimes that has really broken moves with certain characters. The story mode contains the basic retelling of every part of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, which should give you some insight on the characters while unlocking new playable characters to use. And yes, because this is a Jojo's Bizarre Adventure game, there are many alternate costumes that are the most fabulously manly thing you'll ever see, which is unlocked through the campaign mode on the main menu. Campaign mode, not to be confused with story mode, is a mode where you fight AI bosses and online avatars to unlock taunts, outfits, and colors for your characters in the game. Campaign mode, however, has this annoying energy system that you use to fight enemies, which is just a sleazy-ass way to get you to buy DLC to fill up your energy. But don't worry, you aren't forced to buy this DLC as your energy recharges after time, but it's still annoying as you try to grind for costumes and you just have to sit there waiting for your energy to fill back up. Speaking of DLC characters not only give you a new character to play with, but new story missions and costumes that are obtainable through campaign mode. You obtain gold after every battle, and you use this gold to buy BGMs and character models in the gallery mode and the in-game store, which is kind of meh in my opinion. I'm not into that whole thing, but I know a ton of completionists and people like that out there are. The versus mode has your standard player versus player, player versus computer, computer versus computer, and online. Online, however, is quite barren at this point, so don't expect to find any matches without waiting for a long time. Also, a neat little feature that this game has is that if you don't want to listen to the in-game BGMs, the game lets you select your own music from your console that you have downloaded as the music plays in the background instead. The game doesn't have much for story since it is a fighting game, but I'll go over all the parts respectively. Part 1 puts you in the shoes of Jonathan Joestar on his quest to defeat the wicked vampire Dio Brando, who so happens to be his stepbrother or adoptive brother, whatever you want to call it. Part 2 lets you play as Joseph Joestar, an English-American smartmouth on his quest to defeat the evil, Mayan godlike monsters Cars, Wham, and AC/DC. No, not the bands, but namesakes and stuff, you know. Part 3 sees the return of Dio on his conquest to take over the world. You play as Jotaro Kujo on his journey to defeat Dio once and for all. You've probably seen this series before, or this part of the series before, since that, got like 80 million games, an OVA series, a frickin' anime adaptation that was 2 seasons long, and, it's like the first JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga to get adapted to America, because apparently it was the best one. Not really, Part 4 was better. Speaking of which, we didn't get that Part 4 teaser, and I'm gonna cry. Just give me a minute. Anyway, Part 4 lets you play as Josuke Higashikata, who is a normal teen trying to struggle with normal teen things like school, friends, and stopping a sociopathic murderer. Persona 4. No. Persona 4, look. You'll get your own video at one point, but not right now. Persona 4, stop. Alright, you already ruined one series. You don't need to ruin another one. No, I know your plot's the same. I know there's murderers and normal high school teen stuff, but look, this is JoJo. They summon monster. Okay, yeah, whatever. No, just go, Persona 4. I'll cover you later. I'm sorry about that. Part 5 lets you witness the life of a gangstar, as you play as Giorno Giovanna on his quest to live out his dream of becoming, well, just that, a gangstar. Part 6 throws you in prison as Jolene Cujo on her battle to fight the influence of Christianity. No, it's just a joke. She fights an evil priest named Poochie. Part 7 takes you to the Wild Wild West, not the movie with Will Smith, where you play as Johnny Joestar and Gyro Zeppeli to stop the evil Mr. President from spreading the influence of Christianity. And when I say that, I mean just taking all the corpse parts of Jesus Christ, which have magical abilities of Stans and Jojo, and... Number 8 doesn't follow the manga exactly, and when I say exactly, I mean not really, as he plays Josuke Higashikata number 2 as he fights all the JoJos to find out his true identity, which none of that happens, but he still tries to find out his identity, but, you know, he doesn't fight all the manly, beautiful men of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now the question you've all been waiting for. Is it good? Well, that's mostly a matter of opinion. Some people don't like fighting games, some people don't like JoJo. It's really up to your preference. I like the game in all of its fanservice-y glory, but that's mostly what this game is. Fanservice, not the big-breasted or big-butt kind of fanservice, but rather a game for fans of JoJo like myself. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean this game totally shuns out all newcomers, as it is still a fun game, a fun fighting game to play with friends or at a party. If you're just in it for the story, I'd recommend just reading the manga or going out and watching the David Productions adaptation of the anime. As a hardcore fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it pains me to score it this average, but I won't let my biased opinion dictate its score. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle gets a 7 out of 10.